Janet was working the daytime talk show circuit. In one of her first TV appearances ever, the littlest Jackson hung with her famous brothers on Dinah's couch in 1975.
How long have you been Mae West?
About 4 or 2 months.
4 or 2 months, something like that.
I remember that she was so nice. That's the one memory that sticks in my head, how nice she was.
Janet gave it her all in a rousing performance of Love is Strange with Big Brother Randy.
Janet! Janet! What?
How would you call her, lover boy?
You know, I don't understand how I did any of that stuff, being so... I was really shy as a kid, very shy.
Come here, little boy.
And it doesn't seem to show through when I look back on some of those performances.
Baby, oh, 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 baby.
It's funny, knowing her now, you see that same attitude and that same feistiness.
Charisma.
Yeah, you know?
Grabs the audience and just pulls them and pushes them where she wants them to go.
Everyone just loves her, and even when she's singing, she's dancing around and she's twirling, and that was definitely the precursor to the Princess of Pop.
It's the Jacksons!
On June 16, 1976, America's most successful musical family debuted their summer variety show on CBS, The Jacksons.
Now that we all here, let's go. 1, 2.
Put it right there, dude.
It was the smallest Jackson who made the biggest entrance.
I forgot. This is our little sister, Janet Jackson.
That's right. I'm Janet Jackson, and nothing goes until I say go. Okay? Go. Honey, I've been ready. I will have a party.
It was like just a variety show. We sang, we danced, we did skits. It was a lot of fun.
Hi there, big fella. My name is Mae West.
My goodness.
Goodness has nothing to do with it.
I think TV audiences love the Jacksons variety show because it was lighthearted, it was young, it was youthful, and it was really tongue-in-cheek.
Hey, what's the boss? You better not stand me up because nobody, but nobody stands up to people to
The family affair became an overnight primetime pop phenomenon.
I actually put us opposite Bionic Woman at that time, which was like a massive show. And our ratings just shot through the roof and surpassed her ratings. It was a really successful summer special.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain and Emil.
It definitely made it a lot more special being with the family. I was comfortable, so anytime I had to do skits with them or dance with them, it made it so much more fun.
The show served notice that the Jacksons had produced yet another big-time talent.
Janet just added this whole other element. She just runs the whole performance and the whole skit. And she's so charismatic that you definitely knew that she was a star.
Hi, I'm Chanel, and this is my partner. Right, Captain?
It's just a great moment. And I think those are the kind of things that drew people to that show.
Hi.
Is he here?
Is who here?
I don't know his name, but he's tall, skinny, and beautiful.
On September 28, 1977, Janet Jackson made her sitcom debut as the feisty but adorable Penny Gordon on the Dynamite show Good Times.
Very good.
Is there something you want?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, you can't have me.
I thought she was very sweet. She had a lot of personality, a lot of charisma.
Are you married?
No.
Then I can't have you.
She's really sassy, and that's what we love about Janet as Penny.
I want to live with you.
You can't do that.
Yes, I can. I'm not married either. It's the most wonderful Christmas in the whole world.
Playing an abused child, viewers saw Janet tackle some serious issues, including topics that were still taboo on 70s television.
You know what happens to children that make their mamas unhappy?
I like the first episodes that dealt with child abuse.
Please, Mama, I promise I won't be a bad girl anymore. Please, I won't be a bad girl anymore. Please, I promise. Please.
The subject matter was so serious.
Oh, no, Mama, please. Please don't do it. Please.
She was very profound with her acting at such a young age, and she's just a natural.
Thanks to Janet's acting abilities and undeniable cuteness, Penny was an instant favorite of Good Times fans for 2 seasons.
She always stole the show. That's why everybody wanted to see more Little Penny. Where's Little Penny at?
I hope I did her some sort of justice.
Well, it isn't the man of my life. It's the life of my madness.
Now the world don't move.
In 1980, Janet went from one family sitcom to another, making the jump to NBC's Diff'rent Strokes, where she played Willis's girlfriend, Charlene Dupre.
No wonder he's willing to risk the best years of his life.
You're pretty cute yourself, too, Arnold.
It was very different doing Diff'rent Strokes. I was a lot older. I was, I think, 14. I had a great time with Dana and with Gary and Todd.
Nice meeting you.
You too, baby mom.
She's strong, and she's beautiful, and she never kind of compromises who she is. And I think that that's the power that Janet has been able to bring to her characters.
I still to this day think that I actually got the job because Todd had a crush on me.
Love was in the air and on the set.
Willis, come on, stop.
Oh, come on, Charlene. I just want a little kiss.
Janet shared her first on-screen kiss with her TV Romeo.
That was actually my first, real kiss. Yes, was with Todd, and he didn't hold back at all.
Diff'rent Strokes was more than just another acting gig. Janet got a chance to sing for TV viewers.
The magic is working.
I'm so embarrassed. It was fun. I had the best time, and we got to do a lot of things on that show.
I think on Diff'rent Strokes, she showed that she had a very good voice. And, you know, I think it was intriguing to hear her sing because it made you kind of, you know, hunger for more.
Now there's a mama who really gets down and tortures your soul.
Coming up, 1982, 16-year-old Janet made her solo debut on one of television's greatest stages, American Bandstand.
Walking out there for the first time, I don't ever remember being nervous at all. I had fun. I was enjoying singing and dancing.
If you watch her dance moves on American Bandstand, you really see kind of foreshadowing of later dance moves that Janet would fully blow out and really take on.
In a candid interview with Dick Clark, Janet revealed the story behind her trademark earrings.
I just noticed something. Would you turn your head this way? This is the weirdest thing I ever saw in my life. Barry, can you... What's this, your house key?
No, it's the key to the animal cages.
Key to the what?
Animal cages.
Animal cages? I have the only animals in town. They're all here.
I used to keep the key to the animal cages because I took care of the animals at home. Michael wasn't always home. He was on the road or working, so that was my responsibility, so that's where it stayed, right on that ear.
Janet's impressive performance won audiences over and led to a bandstand return 2 years later.
Ladies and gentlemen, say hello to Janet Jackson.
Janet performed Don't Stand Another Chance from her follow-up album, Dream Street.
Yeah, it's interesting when you see the second performance of Janet on American Bandstand. She's kind of much more into it. She's a lot more sexy. She's moving around a lot more. And she just is beautiful.
Dick Clark certainly noticed that Janet wasn't a little girl anymore.
I remember talking about how I was growing up or something. I've grown up.
Did you have any idea when you were a little girl that you would turn out to be as pretty as you are? No.
And he thought I was getting cuter and cuter 5 a minute.
I think you're just the sweetest little thing I ever saw, but you're so beautiful now.
He embarrassed me. I totally remember that. He really embarrassed me with that comment.
For to be on American Bandstand and actually do a good job and like then do a great interview with Dick Clark and really, really wow him. That was just such a great moment in TV.
In 1984, Janet enrolled in TV's hippest high school, landing a part on the hit show Fame.
Why does everyone in this school treat me like I'm invisible? I mean, what does it take around here to get noticed?
Her TV career really helped bolster what would become her great music career.
Janet played newcomer Cleo Hewitt, a talented singer looking to break out of her shell.
Anybody here going to give you a chance? You've got to take your chance. If you've got the guts.
I've got more guts than anybody in this whole school.
What are you waiting for?
Fame was perfect. She was in high school. It was a performing arts high school. She could dance. She could sing.
I know we just met, but I feel like I've known you before.
It was the perfect show to blend all those skills. That was fun. That was a lot of fun to perform that song.
It isn't really such a mystery.
Though the show was a stepping stone to Janet's pop success, it was a bittersweet experience.
My heart wasn't there. I was going through a lot in my life. I wanted to go to college and study business law at that time. And I wanted to support myself by acting.
Who knows? Maybe someday people will be saying, Cleo Hewitt once went to this school.
You know it.
Viewers barely got a chance to get acquainted with Cleo Hewitt. Janet left the show after one season. When her first music video premiered in February of 1986, TV viewers came face-to-face with a grown-up, independent Janet. What Have You Done For Me Lately rocketed Janet into the video age with a new look and a take-charge attitude to match.
There were times when I started to think maybe I'm being a little bit too bold or too cocky, but I said to myself that this is me. This is what I am. And if they don't like it, then I guess they just won't like me.
This was where Janet announced herself musically, both in the video and in the song. It's where Janet laid down her program, which was basically, I'm Janet Jackson, I sing, I dance, bow down and worship.
My life had completely changed. I had grown up a little bit more. I was finally singing about my life.
What you see in the video was just a kind of an excitement and an exuberance from her that, wow, I'm finally getting to do something the way I want to do it.
With the help of producers Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, Janet's music career was about to take off.
They made her feel strong. They made her feel secure. And you even see the confidence in her face when she sings and she dances.
What Have You Done For Me Lately stayed in heavy rotation on MTV and BET for months. The video helped Janet escape the shadow of her famous family and make a statement for teenage girls everywhere.
I know that the things that I had gone through, a lot of other girls had gone through as well. And I wanted just to let them know that, you know, they're not the only ones.
On January 26, 1987, Janet made the music industry and 33 million TV viewers stop and take notice. Her show-stopping rendition of Control at the American Music Awards marked the first time she ever performed for a major awards show.
The American Music Awards really put the punctuation mark on everything. It was the stage that set her for the rest of her career and set her up for stardom. She really lived the song. She was in control.
Janet received an outstanding 9 nominations that night and won the Favorite Soul R&B Single Award for her hit,
Nasty!
Honestly, I didn't expect to win anything. I was just very excited to be there.
This is really wonderful. I'd like to thank my parents and A&M Records.
The first time I forgot to thank Jimmy and Terry. Oh, I could have killed myself.
The next week in Billboard, she took out a full-page ad. She doesn't need to thank us publicly because we know her privately, and that's thanks enough.
Janet also took home the trophy for Favorite Soul R&B Female Video Artist, beating out R&B greats Whitney Houston, Aretha Franklin, and Tina Turner.
The second time, it really hit me what was going on, and I got a little bit emotional.
I just want to say that I love you so much, and this means so much to me. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Janet Jackson.
On February 24th, 1987, an estimated 28 million viewers tuned in to watch Janet grace the Grammy stage for the very first time.
The Grammys are a huge event, and to perform What Have You Done For Me Lately so early on in her career was definitely a highlight for her.
In a jet black catsuit and headphone mic, Janet faced the live TV audience head on.
I wasn't nervous. I do remember it. I was very excited. I was just having fun, doing what I loved and what I grew up doing.
Janet even had her hotshot producers Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis on hand as backup.
I loved Jimmy and Terry in this performance with the long coat. It was cool. I mean, they were her producers. Nobody ever did that. And it just showed, I'm Janet. This is who I am. This is my family. These are my people. And we are in your face. It was awesome.
Wait a minute, I forgot something.
Janet's high-octane performance floored the usually reserved Grammy crowd, who jumped to their feet in a spontaneous standing ovation.
That I didn't expect. I really didn't expect. I was really surprised by that. And I thought, wow, they enjoyed it that much. And I thought was really nice.
The fact that everyone in the room would give her a standing ovation just went to prove how much people believed and loved her. And I think that's what's made Janet so great.
When Rhythm Nation made its debut in November of 1989, viewers witnessed the power of TV as Janet sent a message in black and white, uniting one nation under a beat.
The feeling behind it was something that tied us all together. It's like a group, a clique. It's like a Zulu Nation, a Rhythm Nation. The concept basically was very industrial, black and white, not wanting any color brought to it. No difference in races or this or that.
Shot by director DOMINIC SENA inside power plants and on the streets of Los Angeles, the 4.5-minute video was a visual breakthrough.
She's always out there trying to give people something different and fresh and exciting to look at. I mean, if it's been done before, she doesn't want to have anything to do with it.
It was an industrial-looking, you know, with the hat, the jacket, the coat, the epaulets, and all dancers were dressed in the same uniform. Oh, my goodness, it was amazing.
With wall-to-wall dancers locked in step behind Janet, Rhythm Nation set a new standard in music video choreography.
The choreography alone made its own statement. The movements are so intricate. You know, it was very staccato, very military. It was just such a fresh new look.
Janet Jackson, Rhythm Nation.
Rhythm Nation took home an MTV Video Music Award for Best Choreography in 1990 and went down as one of her fans' favorite videos.
I really don't know what to say, but to thank everyone who voted for us.
With the October 1990 premiere of Love Will Never Do Without You, TV viewers saw the debut of a new, mature, and sexy Janet Jackson.
Love Will Never Do was from Rhythm Nation, but it's where Janet was ushering herself in as a beauty icon.
It was a very different look for me. I wanted to show more of a feminine side, showing a little bit of cleavage and stomach, and no one had ever seen me like that because I was such a tomboy growing up.
she is. She has this little sexy top and tight jeans. It was kind of carefree and sexy, but not overdone. And Janet just looks amazing.
I thought she was beautiful. That was my little sister looking like a little lady.
Fashion photographer Herb Ritts directed the video, capturing Janet's radiant smile and her newly buff body. Gone were the baggy clothes and tomboy image, Janet was showing off her softer side.
I actually wanted to wear a dress for that. And he saw it better with jeans.
I said I just want a pair of holey jeans and a tank top, and that's it.
And I thought that was cool. That was totally fine. I'm always down for pants or something in a dress.
Love Will Never Do Without You established an image of Janet that TV audiences wouldn't soon forget.
All of a sudden, this video hits, and it's like, wow.
She just had transformed right before my eyes. And I knew at that point, I was like, okay, this is not the same Janet, and it's not going to ever be the same Janet.
Burn by the fire. My love is blind, can't you see my desire? That's the way love goes.
On April 14th, 1993, TV viewers got a glimpse of Janet up close and personal with the world premiere of That's the Way Love Goes.
People were getting a more intimate, sexual side of Janet. And it wasn't in your face, but it was still a very strong presentation she was giving, and I think it was definitely new.
With That's the Way Love Goes, you see Janet really turn into a superstar. You see her outdoing amazing work that she's already done.
Directed by Janet's then-husband, Rene Elizondo Jr., this intimate glimpse of a less guarded Miss Jackson was the first video from her highly anticipated fifth album, Janet.
Usually when she's into a performance mode, she just gives you a whole nother attitude. But I thought, instead of approaching it from that same angle, would be letting people see the side of Janet that I get to see or her friends get to see.
Viewers got a look at Janet's inner circle of friends, including a then-unknown Jennifer Lopez heating things up in the background.
The best thing about that video is that Janet Jackson is standing there dancing in the video, and then there's Jennifer Lopez right next to her, being very cool.
The casual feel of the video gave the TV audience a chance to experience the real Janet.
She was a sexual woman who wasn't afraid to express herself, and I think that that was something that got a lot of people more involved with Janet.
That's the way love goes.
Coming up, Janet and Michael on May 14th, 1994. Janet wowed late-night viewers in her Saturday Night Live debut, transforming the studio into a cutting-edge dance club on the show's season finale.
It wasn't your typical choreographed routine. I think the difficult thing with Throb was trying to capture the raw edge of club dancing.
12 million viewers watched as Janet and her company of dancers delivered a sensual and playful performance of Throb.
I felt good. The kids were with me, the dancers. I felt very comfortable. So we had a good time.
Throb is a song with not a whole lot of singing. But it was an opportunity to just cut loose and dance. And not only for her, but for all her dancers.
Though Janet had plenty of acting experience, viewers never got a chance to see her dramatic skills that night.
They wanted me to do a skit, and I said, no, there's no way. I said, please, we would love for you to do it. And I was too nervous. I couldn't do the skit, but I could perform for you.
After decades in the business, Janet and Big Brother Michael teamed up for their first and only video together, 1995's Scream.
I love the fact that Janet did it with Michael, like showed her sisterly love for him when he was at the height of his sort of controversy.
We got together and we got to show the world that we are family, we'll always be family, we love each other, and we love what we do.
It's really hard to not become starstruck. And to see their individual, incredible talents was really overwhelming.
TV viewers were treated to an edgy Janet with skin-tight spandex, dramatic makeup, and a real in-your-face attitude.
When we did the makeup and we did the big black eyes, the whole idea was outer space, kind of losing her mind, you know. That was the whole concept behind it, was creating something that was a little crazy, but it was still kind of beautiful.
Janet's attitude was just amazing. The clothes fit like, I mean, woo!
This 2001 inspired look and feel to that video, and Janet standing over the toilet and flipping off the camera. It was really an amazing piece of work.
Director Mark Romanek created the computer-generated future world with the help of a record $7 million budget.
I think Mark did an amazing job. I think from the makeup to the set to the hair to the lighting, it was just perfect. I thought it was just a great video.
On October 11, 1998, Janet Jackson gave HBO viewers a front-row seat for one of the most ambitious performances of her career, Janet, the Velvet Rope Concert, live from New York's Madison Square Garden.
It was a lot of work for me.
So tonight, let's go and let it snow.
I enjoyed it. It was really a lot of fun to perform.
We had millions of people around the world watching. And of course, she totally killed it. Totally stepped up to the occasion.
With imaginative sets and elaborate